Morning, friends. How you doing today? So I just wanted to record a really quick video. I know it's a long 3-day weekend. I hope you're out and about having fun, maybe getting a little recharged, building some more memories with the family. So it's on that kind of topic that I wanted to broach a subject. You've probably heard me talk about and others talk about, real estate investing being a team sport. And, most of the time that's talked about, real estate agents, property managers, contractors, painters, all of those different subjects. But I think it's often remiss that your team needs to start at home, right? If you're in a relationship, family unit, and one of you is more excited than the other, you need to step back and have conversations at home. You need to make sure that that significant other of yours is on board for lots of different reasons. First and foremost, I've been pretty clear that I believe the success in buy and hold landlord rentals is you need to sacrifice. You need to live below your means. I call it good defense. And if only one of you is playing good defense, that's not a great approach, right? If one of you is sacrificing and made that conscious decision, but the other is not, then you need to, that it's just not going to work, right? It's a bucket with a hole in it. So you need to have those conversations at home. But more importantly, I've been very clear that real estate investing will test you, right? There will be times when something goes wrong with with your rental property. It could be as simple as late payments. It could be more severe, like evictions. It could be a tenant left at 2 a.m., pulled a U-Haul truck up and disappeared. We've seen it. It could be things breaking. It could be Mother Nature causing problems. I mean, it could be lots of different things. And if your significant other is not on board, you're setting yourself up for more stress than it's worth, right? Real estate investing already has bad things happening to it, and you do not need a significant other that you care about beating you up and telling you you're an idiot or this was too risky or whatever, right? I I strongly recommend you have those conversations up front. One of the things that worked for us, right, and I documented in this book is, after a year of looking at properties, we found something in a market that was 2.5 hours away. We were so excited. Unfortunately, as Murphy's Law would have it, our first tenant experience was horrible. And again, we did everything right? Reference checks, job records, rental references. We didn't miss a step. We didn't shortcut anything. But unfortunately, life events happened. That couple broke apart, and we suffered a kind of 3-month loss of rent. We suffered a $15,000 turn on something we'd already repaired. And that was a fork in the road for us, right? We could have easily said buying rentals is not for us. And we probably most people would have said that, right? I don't know what the actual numbers are, but probably 98 to 99% of the people would have thrown up their arms, said, "We don't know this market. It's too far away." We would have made gross generalizations about the quality of tenants, and our one experience would have been biased and frankly unfair. But when you're sitting on a $15,000 loss, you're sitting on 3 months of no rent, but we have to pay the mortgage. Most people would have just said, "You know what? Not for me," right? Not going to do it. So if my family unit, right, Olivia and I were not on board at the same time, that first experience of Norris Drive would have prevented us from 15 years of one rental at a time. So realize that your real estate team has to start at home. You have to be on the same page. You have to be able to roll with the punches. You can't have the extra stress of just daily rental ownership and being a landlord affect yourself at home. I give Olivia so much credit because I was ready, right? I was ready for her to say, "This isn't for us. We don't know the market. You don't know anybody. Sell it. Let's take our lumps and move on." Frankly, I still don't know why that didn't happen, but she was on board. She was committed. She's the reason, 100% the reason we moved forward to our second one. and our third one, and kind of the rest is history. So do yourself a favor. Have that conversation, right? One thing I would recommend is, if you have the book, read the story together of Norris Drive. I put it in there on purpose because it was such an event for us, and it could have caused us a lot of distress. So again, remember that real estate investing is a team sport. Realize that your team should start at home. I think some of us forget that, and we just hope they tag along. That's the wrong approach. That's going to lead to a lot of problems, and I don't recommend it. Another question I get is, what happens if my significant other isn't on board? Well, you need to go figure out why, right? Is there something in the past or history or something that some baggage or whatever, right? Is there something? Is it because, maybe you've bounced around from here to there, this or that investment area, and maybe they don't like the idea of long-term holds, or maybe they want to reserve, or I don't know, right? You have to have those conversations at home. So at the end, do yourself a favor. Treat your relationship at home as, that unit being key team members, and you will be much better for it. Yes, I know it may feel like you're slowing down, and yes, you're going to have to deal with objection handling. It's much better do it early before you actually have money on the line. Again, right, if we were not 100% on board, that first rental history with Norris Drive would have crushed us. We would have eaten a $15,000 or $18,000 loss, probably more after transaction costs, and I would not be retired in my 40s. So, do yourself a favor, have those conversations at home. And of course, it's a long weekend, so make sure you make some memories, you enjoy yourself, recharge, and don't forget to look at some real estate. All right, everybody, have a great day. Take care.